that calls us to study all the passages that talk about works in the Bible. Grace alone through faith. Keep in mind, I mentioned earlier that Paul is the one that wrote that being devoted to Jesus at the time of baptism involves declaring yourself to be associated with newness of life as identified with Jesus' resurrection, where you conscientiously stop practicing sin as a lifestyle, but practice obedience toward God with our bodily members, so to speak. But, I think this whole topic, it is salvation by grace, because we don't have a perfect track record. We make mistakes. We can certainly repent of our mistakes and move ahead with a renewed understanding. But it is by God's favor, by God's grace, that he allows us to respond to the gospel of the kingdom. But I don't see, I used to use Ephesians 2 as an automatic salvation formula that, hey, I have faith in Jesus. I believe Jesus is really the Son of God. I really believe that God raised him from the dead. So I'm already saved, and I continue to be saved no matter what I do. That's how I used to interpret Ephesians 2, 8, and 9. But since then, I see that, the verse 10 right away says that God has created us unto good works, and those works are never called optional. The good works that we can practice by having responded to God's gracious offer. It is through grace, divine favor, but grace in the Bible does not mean grace is associated, the gospel of grace is associated with the gospel of kingdom in Acts chapter 20. So we can certainly embrace the fact that God's invitation is through grace, but grace does not mean disregarding the continuance of sin in our lives or something like that, like I used to think. I was part of one of those groups who believed things like that before.